Soldados de Honra, publicado pela Esfera dos Livros, é o primeiro romance do historiador inglês Adrian Goldsworthy e o livro que hoje recomendamos. O autor esteve recentemente em Portugal e conversou com Ler Mais, Ler Melhor sobre esta obra.
This is not my main period professionally. I've written on the Romans, but I wanted to make things as accurate as I possibly could, and to some extent even the weather's right. I managed to find that out from a diary. And the great thing about this era is that there were so many people starting to write about their daily lives. You have diaries, you have letters, you have memoirs. You can understand the human level of these events in a way that you can't with the Romans. So that was exciting, but I hopefully have brought the same things I've learned, the same techniques of being a historian to this, to get the feel right, get the period right. It is my first novel, but I've always loved reading historical novels and adventure stories. It's a great way of relaxing, and it's often a very good way of getting a feel for a period rather than the history. So it's something I've always wanted to do, and it's such fun trying it, where you start to, the background is right, but you make up the characters, you write dialogue, you develop and tell a story in a completely different way. So there's a great sense of freedom. Well, it's interesting because this is back in 1808 when, of course, Lisbon and all of Portugal had been occupied by the French, and it's the first real intervention of the British under the man who would become the Duke of Wellington to fight the French on the continent of Europe. And the British aren't very well organized at the time. The Portuguese army is recovering from this invasion. They're learning. The French are the best in the world. And yet, by 6 years later, by the end of the war, Wellington would say of his army that was 1/3 Portuguese and then British and German, that it was the best for its numbers in the world. And he wanted Portuguese soldiers with him at Waterloo. And so you've got this incredible process where somehow these people learn to go and beat the very best in the world. I think that's quite exciting. So it's an interesting part of both our country's history that I just find fascinating. Well, the characters in the story are all young officers, or one of them is a man who's not yet an officer but hoping to be so. And they're living at a time when all your behavior was very tightly controlled. And they're going from very civilized, very restricted England suddenly into the middle of this pretty horrific war. So it's about their experiences and how they grow through that.
Soldados de Honra, de Adrian Goldsworthy, é a nossa sugestão de hoje. Como vem sendo habitual, nós temos exemplares para oferecer. As 5 primeiras respostas corretas à pergunta que obras de Adrian Goldsworthy estão publicadas em Portugal receberão um exemplar. Participem através do e-mail lermaislermelhor@filbox.com e boa sorte!
Programa apoiado pelo Plano Nacional de Leitura.